It's 10 trivia questions on the 80s, so get ready to blast back to the past. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds, recording in my bedroom right now because we have taken down my office in the garage where I've been set up doing live streams and podcasts and corporate shows for over a year now. We are moving to Tennessee, so we have our garage reserved for all the boxes for the movers to put in the truck and all that good stuff. So we took everything out of the garage, and I am in my bedroom. It might be a little bit more echoey than usual because the room is just larger and the ceilings are taller. So I hope you are ready for today's episode. It's all about 80s trivia. We use this for a live stream I did on Saturday night through a new service called Luna Park. Go check them out. Just Google Luna Park live streaming software or something to that effect. Luna Park is a great little service that lets you conduct trivia games, and everybody can form teams and you can talk to each other, but no one else can hear you. So you can form teams on the fly. You get kind of like a breakout room style atmosphere, but you can still hear the host, which is the one thing Zoom is missing. They don't have a way for you to hear the host once you're in the breakout room. So Luna Park is solving that problem. Go check them out. Give them a Google. Luna Park on Instagram. They post a lot of cool stuff, and they're a great support to what I do with trivia. So we did a show on Saturday night, and I had a bunch of rounds that I wrote for that show, and we're going to record those rounds for episodes this week. So be on the lookout for some fun ones, including today's on the 80s. We're going to jump into those 10 80s trivia questions right now. Here we go. All right, here we go. 80s trivia. Question number 1. What sitcom featured Paul Reiser co-parenting a daughter? Number 1. What sitcom featured Paul Reiser co-parenting a daughter? Number 1. Question 2. Who wrote the 1980 children's book Super Fudge? Number 2. Who wrote the 1980 children's book Super Fudge? Question number 3, what 80s singer was also the name of a piece of furniture where you might put on makeup? Number 3, what 80s singer was also the name of a piece of furniture where you might put on makeup? Number 3. '80s trivia question 4. Olympian Ben Johnson was stripped of his 1987 gold medals for doping in what sport? Number 4. Olympian Ben Johnson was stripped of his 1987 gold medals for doping in what sport? Question number 5. What 1983 arcade game with Western animation styles had the initials DL? Number 5, keep it on the DL. What 1983 arcade game with Western animation styles had the initials DL? Question number 6, in 1984, Customs seized over 20,000 of what dolls made from fake materials? Number 6, in 1984, Customs seized over 20,000 of what dolls made from fake materials? Number 6. Number 7 on your list for 80s trivia, what was the average price of a Hershey's bar in the 80s? 15 cents, 25 cents, or 45 cents? Number 7, what was the average price of a Hershey's bar in the 80s? 15, 25, or 45 cents? Question number 8, Top Gun won an Academy Award for which category? Number 8, Top Gun won an Academy Award for what category? Number 8. Question number 9, the first disposable camera was released in 1986 by what company? First disposable camera was released in 86 by what company? And number 10, what was JR's last name on the drama Dallas? Number 10, what was JR's last name on Dallas? Those are your questions on the 1980s. Those are all brand new. I don't think I've asked any of those on the podcast before, so I hope you had fun playing along. We're going to be back in just a second with the answers. We are back with the answers to 80s trivia. Here was number 1. What sitcom featured Paul Reiser co-parenting a daughter that was called My Two Dads? My Two Dads. Paul Reiser and that other guy. Number 1. I used to watch reruns of that on USA before school. Number 1, My Two Dads. Number 2, who wrote the 1980 children's book Super Fudge? That was Judy Blume. Judy Blume. Not to be confused with Beverly Cleary, who also wrote books of that nature, who just passed away. I think she was 104, 103 years old. She really lived a long life. The answer there was Judy Blume, though. Number 3, who was the 80s singer? That was also the name of a piece of furniture where you might put on makeup. Vanity was the name, Vanity. Number 3. Number 4, Olympian Ben Johnson was stripped of his 1987 gold medals for doping in what sport? That was sprinting, 100-meter, I believe, 100-meter dash. But if you put running, that was fine, or sprinting. Number 5, what 1983 arcade game with Western animation styles had the initials DL? That was Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair, number 5. And number 6, in 1984, Customs seized over 20,000 of what dolls made from fake materials? That would be Cabbage Patch dolls. Cabbage Patch dolls. They had some bogus ones out there. Number 7, what was the average price of a Hershey's bar in the 80s? It was 25 cents, not 15 or 45, but just 25 cents. Number 8, Top Gun won an Academy Award for Best Original Song by Berlin. Take My Breath Away was the song that won for that movie. So Top Gun, technically Academy Award-winning movie. Number 9, the first disposable camera was released in 86 by Fujifilm. Fujifilm. Number 10, what was JR's last name on Dallas? That was Ewing. E-W-I-N-G. You might know his cousin Patrick. I don't think they're really cousins in the world of Dallas, but that would have been fun if they brought him in. He's like, my cousin's coming from New York. And it was Patrick Ewing. All right, so there you go. It is Ewing for number 10. And those are all your answers for 80s trivia. Thanks for playing along today. Hope you learned some stuff or had fun answering the stuff that you already knew. We have a fact of the day for you. And a fact for today is that a cow-bison hybrid is called a beefalo. Get it? Like a beef buffalo? Beefalo, cow-bison hybrid. Now you know. Thanks for listening to this podcast. Thanks for supporting it on Patreon at patreon.com/trivia with buds. Thanks for leaving iTunes reviews. And we'll see you next time for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers.